Chapter 1: The Power of Motivation in the Face of Political Instability. Have you ever wondered how motivation can shape the course of political instability? Let's embark on a journey to explore the profound impact of this often underestimated force. Motivation. It's that inner drive that fuels our actions and decisions. It's what gets us out of bed in the morning, pushing us to strive, to grow, to make a difference. But what happens when this personal drive meets the tumultuous landscape of political instability? Well, that's where things get interesting. Political instability, characterized by uncertainty, rapid change, and often conflict, presents a unique challenge. It's like trying to navigate through a stormy sea, where the waves of change are relentless and unpredictable. But here's the thing. Motivation can be our compass in this storm. It can guide us, giving us direction and purpose amidst the chaos. Now, think about motivation on a larger scale. Imagine an entire community, a society, a nation, fueled by a shared motivation. This collective drive can be a powerful force, a catalyst for change. It can transform the landscape of political instability into a platform for progress, for reform, for revolution. Consider the countless stories of individuals and communities who've harnessed their motivation to challenge the status quo, to fight for justice, to bring about meaningful change. These are not just stories of struggle and resilience. They're testament to the transformative power of motivation. But how does this work? How can motivation influence political scenarios? It's all about action. Motivation drives action, and action is what shapes the political landscape. It's the protests, the votes, the conversations, the movements. It's the decision to stand up, to speak out, to make a difference. Harnessing this motivation, channeling it into effective action, is key. It's about finding ways to make your voice heard, to contribute to the dialogue, to be part of the solution. It's about recognizing the power you hold, the influence you can exert, the change you can bring about. Motivation is more than just a personal trait. It's a powerful tool that can shape the world around us. So, let's delve deeper into this intriguing interplay of motivation and political instability. Let's uncover the potential within us to be catalysts for change, to turn the tide of political instability, and to shape a more promising future. Chapter 2: Case Study 1: The Velvet Revolution. One of the most inspiring examples of motivation conquering political instability is the Velvet Revolution. This remarkable event unfolded in the late 20th century in a nation nestled in the heart of Europe, Czechoslovakia. In a time of political uncertainty, the Velvet Revolution stands as a beacon of hope, a testament to the power of collective motivation and peaceful protest. It all began in November 1989, when a student-led protest against the ruling communist regime sparked a cascade of events that would ultimately reshape the political landscape. The authorities' brutal response to the peaceful demonstration fueled a wave of discontent, igniting the latent motivation within the hearts of the populace. This motivation was not driven by anger or revenge, but by a desire for change, for freedom, for a better tomorrow. The spark had been lit, and it rapidly grew into a blazing flame of non-violent resistance. In the days that followed, disparate groups, students, intellectuals, dissidents, and ordinary citizens came together, united by a shared motivation for change. They formed a broad-based, non-violent opposition movement that would come to be known as the Velvet Revolution. The power of their collective motivation was astounding. Within a mere 10 days, the communist regime was beginning to crumble under the weight of the people's will. By the end of December, the Velvet Revolution had succeeded in its quest for change. Czechoslovakia had made a peaceful transition to a democratic government, all without a single shot being fired. The Velvet Revolution serves as a shining example of how motivation can conquer political instability. It shows that when people are driven by a shared purpose, when they harness their collective motivation, they can bring about monumental change. It reminds us that no matter how dark the times may seem, the light of motivation can always guide us towards a brighter future. The Velvet Revolution demonstrates the power of collective motivation to shape political outcomes. It's a testament to the fact that, indeed, people have the power to bring about meaningful change. It's an inspiring story that continues to resonate, reminding us of the transformative power of motivation in the face of political instability. Before we continue, remember to hit that subscribe button. By subscribing, you'll join our community of like-minded individuals. Together, we can achieve success and wealth as we learn, grow, and support each other. Click subscribe now, and let's dive back into today's topic. Chapter 3, Case Study to the Arab Spring. Another compelling example of motivation driving political change is the Arab Spring. This series of anti-government protests, uprisings, and armed rebellions that spread across the Middle East in late 2010 originated from a deep-rooted desire for change. In countries like Tunisia, Egypt, and Libya, the spark that ignited the Arab Spring was widespread dissatisfaction. People were fed up with decades of autocratic rule, corruption, poverty, and unemployment. These factors created a potent cocktail of frustration and desperation, motivating millions to demand political reform. But it wasn't just dissatisfaction that fueled the Arab Spring. It was also the power of motivation, the deep-seated desire for dignity, freedom, and a better life. This motivation inspired collective action on an unprecedented scale. People from all walks of life came together, united by a common purpose to challenge the status quo and demand change. The Arab Spring also demonstrated the transformative power of motivation on an individual level. Ordinary people became extraordinary activists, driven by their belief in a better future. Courageous individuals like Mohamed Bouazizi, a Tunisian street vendor who set himself on fire in protest of the government's oppressive policies, serve as stark reminders of the lengths people will go to when motivated by a cause they believe in. However, it's crucial to remember that motivation alone is not enough. The Arab Spring also highlighted the challenges of translating popular protest into lasting political change. Despite the initial success of the uprisings and toppling dictators, many countries experienced a backlash, slipping back into authoritarian rule or descending into civil war. The Arab Spring, with its triumphs and tribulations, serves as a powerful case study in the role of motivation in political change. It reminds us that while motivation can ignite the spark for change, sustaining that change requires a clear vision, strategic planning, and the collective will to see it through. The Arab Spring reminds us that motivation can fuel the quest for political reform. It also underscores that harnessing this motivation effectively is essential for lasting change. This is a lesson that resonates beyond the Middle East, offering valuable insights for anyone seeking to transform political instability into an opportunity for positive change. Chapter 4, Harnessing Your Motivation for Change. Now that we've seen how motivation can influence political instability, how can you harness your motivation for positive change? First and foremost, understanding the issues at hand is crucial. When we fully comprehend the complexities of a situation, we are better equipped to address it. So, dive deep into the subject matter. Read extensively, listen to diverse perspectives, and engage in informed discussions. Education is a powerful catalyst for change, and your knowledge will be the foundation of your motivation. Next, it's important to set clear, achievable goals. What is it that you want to change? How can you contribute to this change? Defining these goals not only provides direction, but also serves as a source of motivation. When you know what you're working towards, your efforts gain purpose and your resolve strengthens. But remember, you don't have to do this alone. Building alliances is a key step in this journey. Find like-minded individuals who share your passion for change. Together, you can pool your resources, share ideas, and amplify your collective voice. Unity is strength, and when we stand together, we are a force to be reckoned with. Finally, taking consistent action is vital. Change doesn't happen overnight. It requires persistence and tenacity. So, whether it's raising awareness, participating in peaceful protests, or advocating for policy changes, keep going. Every step you take, no matter how small, is a step towards a better future. In this process, it's also important to remember to take care of yourself. Activism is a marathon, not a sprint. Maintain a balance between your commitment to change and your personal well-being. After all, you can't pour from an empty cup. Change is possible. It starts with you, with your motivation to make a difference. It's a journey filled with challenges, but the rewards are immeasurable. You have the power to shape the world around you. You have the power to turn instability into opportunity. Your motivation is a powerful tool for change. Use it wisely. Chapter 5: The Power of Collective Action. But remember, it's not just about individual action. The power of collective action cannot be overstated. Many hands make light work, they say, and when it comes to tackling political instability, this adage rings particularly true. You see, when we stand alone, our voices might echo, but when we stand together, our voices resound, creating a symphony of change that's impossible to ignore. There's an undeniable strength in unity. Think of a single thread. It can be snapped easily, but when you weave those threads together, they form a rope that's tough to break. That's the power of collective action. It's about weaving together our diverse strengths, experiences, and perspectives to create a powerful force for change. And it's not just about numbers. It's about collaboration, about working together towards a common goal. It's about supporting each other, learning from each other, and building on each other's ideas. It's about creating a space where every voice matters, where every idea has the potential to contribute to the change we want to see. But how does this translate in the face of political instability? Let's take a look at history. Time and time again, we've seen that when people come together, they can challenge the status quo. They can push for reforms, and they can transform societies. From the civil rights movement to recent climate change protests, collective action has been at the heart of every major societal shift. So, if you're feeling overwhelmed by the state of the world, remember this: you're not alone. There are others out there who share your concerns, your frustrations, and your hopes for the future. And when you join forces with them, when you collaborate and support each other, you can make a difference. Because, at the end of the day, it's not about what one person can do. It's about what we can do together. It's about harnessing the collective power, that shared motivation, to tackle political instability head-on. Together, we can transform political instability into an opportunity for positive change. Thanks for watching. Embrace the shadows, hit subscribe, and stay tuned for our next video. Until then, harness the darkness and forge your path to greatness.